Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I'm going to attempt to show you how to draw this uh, kind of a elliptical, eye-catching idea, and it's really pretty easy. I'm like I did another video a while back where I left the start of it up for people to go off of, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you how I got there. I work in the center of the page. I'm going to go ahead and put in indexing lines that are in the center of the page. And I don't have to do it right now, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. To get a triangle in the center of the page, you have to start off with a four-sided item. And then I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. I am going to Control D and make a duplicate. And then holding down the Shift key, I'm going to bring that other item in. Now watch this. Those are in the center of the page. Grab one at a time and make them a three-sided triangle. And even though the center, Corel tells you that's the center, it's right there. So just keep in mind and don't move that item. Now, we need to put more lines, and the best way to do this is to take a 2-point line, go from there, and then hold down the control button, and it's perfect. Take your delete tool. We need this measurement, basically what you need. I'm going to double click there and move it to there, and then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. That is our measurement. Now, if we take a couple more lines, and this is another way that just you could do it 10 different ways. But I'm just going to start right there on that node and right there and that node, and I am going to move it, and I'm going to move way off of it because I'm going to start back after I zoom in, and I'm going to grab it with the pick tool, and I am going to have it snap right to that line. Now I can actually control, well, you know what, it's not long enough, so I need a little bit longer. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to mirror it. And then I'll have it snap to that side. Okay? And you kind of see where I'm going, and now I need another line across here. I've just done this once, so I'm kind of getting along with you. And if you remember that line we put down here, we're going to grab that node and go up. You know, and there's probably a mathematical, well, what we could do, never mind, we don't have to do that. We'll take this line and Control D and move it over to that node. Now we got it. So now we need to bring another line up from that bottom line. And we'll do the same thing. If you go along this line, and then when you move it up, and I really ought to have that line up there, but for the video, you could measure that. Well, let's just do that. This is another way to do it. Parallel dimension tool, we're at 0.91, 1.90, pretty close. So what you could do, you could actually bring in a indexing line and have it snap to there. Change your nudge factor to 0.91. Get your indexing line and move it up 0.9, well, twice. Move it up again. And now we ought to be right on that line, and I was pretty close. And if you have snap to guidelines on, it should snap right to that guideline, and it is. Now I'm going to take that guideline away because it kind of get in the way of me. Now, if you look at this, we need to put another line across here. And what we can do is just hit duplicate key and have this snap to it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take, and you can see what I did. I cut out with the virtual segment delete. Let me zoom in. I know this might be a little bit confusing, but it's from here on, it's easy. Then you're going to go through here and click off that line and that line. Well, look what happened to our virtual segment or our parallel dimension tool. Now, take this part, fill it in, doesn't matter what color. I'm going to nudge it out of the way. Well, let's change our nudge distance to something bigger. Let's change it to 10 inches. And let's nudge that out of the way. The reason I'm nudging and not moving is because I still want it in the center of the page. So now I'm going to move it right back. I'm going to Control D and duplicate. Look where Corel says the center is. But the center of my rotation I want is right there. So now we're going to rotate 120 degrees. Control D, 240 degrees. Now, that doesn't look like anything, but watch this. Take away the fill, add an outline, there's our box. Even that alone, if you made it something then other than, well, that doesn't look too good. That looks pretty good. And then just do what you have your imagination. You know, I put black on the bottom. I'm going to use a Smart Fill tool, put black here. And you know, I'm going up to the Smart Fill tool to grab the black. You could make them, you could make this one black and then just with your pick tool, while you still got it, you can make it gray. You know, and you could, what I'm saying is you could color them all at the same time and then do that right there. So that is a kind of an optical illusion. Let me take away the line. It looks like, you know, this is the inside of that square, and now it's going to be the outside of this one. Pretty cool. Pretty neat little trick. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.